Happy 4th of July. It is the 2026 Poor Boy Speedrun Challenge. I'm a little late out the gate this year. I tinkered a little bit. This is my entry. I got a long way to go. Dual front shocks on it. Find the link, I'll post it. Got a wheelie bar. Don't think I'll need it. Took some time to print up some stickers. Just here to beat Mark. A little jab at the OAG. All in fun. I ran it by him first. A little plastic wing on there. I had destroyed my previous wing. And this is my starting point. I'm a little late to be putting this together, but hey, we got all month, right? It's 100-something degrees out. I don't think anybody's going to miss a few runs. So what I've purchased, I ended up getting 2 C&H-L batteries. These are the 6600s I saw Phil using. They seem to work. I've seen guys running the 8000, so I'm going to consider getting those. Instead of using these connectors, I haven't had good luck with them. So I'm going straight to bullets by this company. I'll put a link to all the stuff I'm using if I can find it. I have here a selection of 3.5 and 4 millimeter bullets, I believe. Something I like to use on these. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it with this car, but it is an aluminum motor cap. Believe it or not, these actually get hot, and if they're getting hot, that means they're pulling heat out of the motor. Can't be all bad. They are one of the good parts about them is they don't deform when you tighten your motor down too tight. Hopefully you can see it. But here, this little tab where your screw goes in, that will deform if you're clamping down your motor too tight. And what that ends up doing is it squishes out and your motor will cock. You'll have like an improper mesh. These are a big deal because when that motor gets cocked sideways, it takes all the gears and cocks them. And that could lead to the case blowing out. I run a 13-turn, I think it's an octo tune, I'm not sure, in my Monster Doodle, and the thing screams and begs for more, and I've never had a problem with the gearbox. So if I don't end up using that, I'll end up using this. This is, pick this up as adjustable gears, so you can go between pinions. I bought this last year for the Hornet, and I think I actually bought it even before that. This is the 3.5 drag motor. I haven't heard great things. This is an eco tune, but the money was right, you know, eco power. The money was right. So 3.5. Let's see what happens. It's a two-wheel drive, so appropriate, I think. All right, and now I got this. I got the Mamba X. This is the first Castle Creation anything Castle I've ever bought in my life, and it's specifically for the Speedrun Challenge. So Castle, it's because of Phil I bought this. And what I ended up getting is the field tuning card. Now it comes with a cable. Nobody needs it. We all have plenty, but that's a card to tune your ESC out in the field. You don't have to hook it up to a computer, and I hear that's a big deal. I don't know. I've never touched a Castle ESC before. It'll be a learning experience. What else do I have in my pile? Oh, this guy. I just got on the internet, and Castle sent this for free. It's some sort of Castle link, whatever. I guess that hooks directly to your computer. Yeah, you can get in there. So you can go on your computer, set it up, and do the data logging. And now for the good stuff. I got this T-Fhss launch controller. If you get a heavy trigger finger like me and you like to blow your gears up and wheelie until tear the rear wing off, that's you. That helps you launch your car. Not a bad thing. Basically, what it does is a linear ramp, and you can set the time, whether it's going to take 2 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever. It'll gently apply the throttle instead of blowing your transmission to pieces, which is something here. And I got a lot of stuff in Perfect Pass, and I can't say enough good things about their customer service. It was very prompt, quick, sent messages back and forth, via email. Very, very good. I just hope their equipment is as good as their customer service. This is a Perfect Pass gyro, specifically for speedruns and drag racing. Now you might be thinking at this point, it's like, why are you getting all this for a frog? they're electronics. I'm just going to move them from one car to the next. And next year's speed run, we're going to couple alarm ones down. I do want to hit 100 with, and I will when I do that. But yeah, that's, you know, these electronics are going to go from car to car. This is the Perfect Pass servo. This thing is like 52 kg and super fast. At least that's what it's advertising. And you know what? If it's just even good, it'll be great for me. These guys are, if I see correctly, rated to 180 miles per hour. I won't be hitting 80, but hopefully these are going to work out for me. I do have some Proline drag tires. They did not work out for me on the Hornet. It was, even though they're belted, they ballooned and disaster ensued. So this is what they look like. Boom, boom. Look pretty good. I'll probably end up putting those on right away. They're not, I don't know. They don't look massive in comparison to these stock tires. I mean, they're certainly bigger, but they're not massive. What I had to do to make that work is I picked up a set of 12 by 17 hex adapters off Amazon. Links if I can find them or remember. And after watching all the videos of, like, I've seen so many Mitchell Miner speed runs, it's like ridiculous what that guy can do. I went out and I bought, these are like maybe $12 for two, and they're just little lights. And if it gets to the point where the car's going so fast, I need to figure out what direction it's going in, or, you know, whatever. I mean, $12 for two. You know, I don't know if it's usable, but we'll see. So that pretty much wraps it up. I got to get all this stuff into this car and do a run. And yeah, I got my GNSS. It's still charging. That thing takes forever. I don't know. I'm going to get started. So sad times, folks. I'm pulling the car apart. I didn't actually have bad equipment in here. I mean, I had this Tactic servo. I had this Orca ESC. I'm going to pull it out. It comes with a card. This thing was like $45 just for brush motors to sell, but it was a fantastic, you know, 80 amp ESC. These things are actually pretty cool. I haven't had any bad luck with them. I bought a couple. If you just have a, you know, Tamiya and you're looking to spend less money on an ESC that comes with a programming card, I might open that one up for you just to show you. Not a bad deal. So here's the bad part. I have to take my driver out. He's been there since day one, and now he's got to come out. So I just got to find the right tool for the job. Here we go. I don't know if this is a modeling knife or like for clay or what. Come on, buddy. I just don't want to break them. Part of the frog army. And that left a mess. This guy came with, it looks like an XT60. Yeah, XT60 came in at the factory. Get the stuff unplugged. I think one of the toughest things I'm going to find is where to put the electronics in this car. Right, so I got that off, not a bad thing. So here we go. This is the Orca speed control. It is not a bad little unit, I gotta tell you. It's cheap, it's small. I think the only downfall would be that the power button's right here. But I don't know if you can see this. I mean, if you have a small car, tight place to put stuff, I mean, fantastic. It was like $45, and it came with its own card. Spells out everything you got to do, and it works. You know, if you're just running stock Tamiya motors, you know, I'd say anything above a, say, 21 turn, absolutely get these. I don't know the actual specs. I think you're safe with that, and I might actually just look at the box and let you know. Well, I don't see anything in the open box telling me what the motor limit is, but it is an 80 amp ESC, and I believe it. It doesn't need a fan. fits in tight places. Worth a look, especially on an M chassis. So getting back to that aluminum gear cover. When you crank down real hard, depending on the condition of the cap, you can flatten out that piece of plastic. And it actually takes your motor and cocks it. And then that motor is then cocked on the gear, and then that gear deflects to the gear below it. And doing that will actually put a little space on your diff gears. How much, I don't know, because I don't have a clear case. I can't see it. I mean, that's might be a case of getting the clear cases, but then it takes away from the fact that this flexes in the first place. But I've seen it when these get all worn out. You'll use the wrong grease, and it will decay the plastic, and it'll get all flexible, and it will crack right here, and then you'll start getting the motor twist. Something, if you have one of these cars, look at it. Look at the condition of this cap, and if it's a bad cap, then replace it. I normally would stick with the Spectrum radio, but I now have a new favorite radio. Yes, my new favorite radio is my Futaba T-Fhss PV, 6-channel, super awesome weapon of choice. I absolutely love this system. It is great. It links to your gyros. It links to everything, man. It is just such a nice machine. The telemetry, and I love this. And I won't be going back to anything else. It's a little pricey, up, north of $500, but so worth it, especially in the drift scene. I mean, you cannot play around with a radio that, isn't super accurate, super fast. It's it's a tool of the trade, really. All right, so in comparison, what came out, what's going in, they are roughly the same size. And I'm seeing now that the design is nearly the same as far as, measurements. So it should be a good fit. This guy is considerably heavier, much heavier. Always a wise idea once you get the tape and the grit off. Little alcohol. I don't think we need to tell any of the long-time guys this stuff, but if you're new to the hobby and you don't want to eject your brand new electric speed controller, good idea to get everything clean, and even the back of your speed controller, because if it's plastic, it may have release agents from the mold it came out of or whatever. But rubbing alcohol is your friend. So I'm having myself a very real little conundrum here. I'm wondering where to put this stuff. Down in here seems to be the favorite. I mean, it's not like I can put two things here. I need to get my gyro and my receiver. This is the Futaba R404 SBS. It actually wasn't very cheap either. And I want to be able to get to this. So down in here doesn't seem like a good idea. So I saw this and I was like, hey, you know what? I can get to this. But how do you do that? And then I had a thought. I have a million welding helmets kicking around. And here we go, right? So just pull the inner protector out, cut her down, and tape it on. And I should be good to go. So I'm going to do that. All right, so after eyeballing this for a little bit, I've decided to go with plan A and not B. Even though it fit, I don't think I needed that much space. Plus, there's these tabs on the chassis that I never cut off from the tree. And oddly enough, they serve as an awesome stop to keep that plastic lined up. So I'm going to do that. Unfortunately, the plastic is clear, and I just put it down, and I'm blind. There we go. Right there. Yeah, so after a long bit of thought, I went to the fridge, because you can't build cars without race fuel. So this will get put down here. This will go here. This will go here. It's a little bit heavier, so I'm gonna put it on this side. I might have to get this thing on the scale and figure out where I need to put this stuff. I don't know. But for now, I'm thinking this. I mean, yes, it probably looks better like that. But I can't remember what side of the car the motor hangs off of. All right, let's get that far. So in the middle of the layout, I realized, hey, you forgot about your launch controller. And that is this little box right here. It's meant to give you a linear pull. Basically, you can, if you just look up, Perfect Pass launch controller, the guy's going to have an excellent video on it. But basically, you can take that trigger, slam it, and it's going to do nothing. It's going to pause and then slowly ramp up the throttle input to the ESC on its own on this board. Basically, takes your heavy finger out of the whole process. Here, there's a little potentiometer. You get a screwdriver there, and you can adjust. I think it's between 10 and 2 seconds, the trigger pull. So don't quote me on that, but I believe that's what it is. So that's something that's going to help me, not really blow the gears to pieces. It's just going to temper the trigger pull. Kind of like the fly-by-wire throttle that we have today in our modern cars. And let me pull that out. So I'm going to try to get that a little pause for you on the screen. So that's what it does. Look it up. I think if I can help you out, if you're interested in such a thing, and I certainly want to help out Perfect Pass. These are awesome customer service. There's your QR code. Take a minute, pause the video, hit that. It's cheap money. It's like, well, it's not cheap money. But it was $80. But that stops you from wiping out a gearbox. Why not? Why not do that? And you can save it for other cars. So I've seen it on TV and it seems to work really good. I haven't tried it in real life, but we're going to find out. If I do well, you know it works. If you like your eyes, folks, don't weld. It's no joke. Even with glasses on, I'm struggling right now. And your skin will thank you too. Because I've got an issue there too. It has a lot to do with welding. A little bit of alcohol for my receiver. A little bit of alcohol for the frog soldier. A little bit of alcohol for me. I was going to say I'm really not a fan of high noons, but I don't buy alcohol anymore, and it was in the fridge. It's 88 degrees now in this garage. I got a couple fans going, but it sucks. I don't want to be out here too much longer. Oh, I don't want that. Oh, it's too late. That thing's down. Fuck. All right, well. Is what it is. Okay, I've got I got to be able to get to that switch. I got to be able to get to this switch. Got to be able to get to that switch. So sticking stuff down underneath, it's not going to work out for me. But there we go. Ooh, quick note going on right here, guys. I had just lined all of this up, and I got my new metal cap, and I'm very happy with it. I had this together, but what was happening is this screw was going in there, and it is making contact right here. And if I didn't have a brushless motor with that much visibility, I would not have known. So if you're running the stock Tamiya screw, it's something to consider, guys. Make sure you're not in there just jamming the hell out of stuff. Not a good thing. So take the time, take a look. Make sure you're not screwing up your motor. Jesus, having a difficult time here. I can't seem to find the proper screw, and if I'm undone at the end of the day by the goddamn screw, I'm not going to be happy. So this isn't accurate because I'm measuring the top of the head, but whatever. 31.5. That was the factory screw. Too freaking big. I found this. 28 3/4-ish. So I need to look for that. All right, so as you can see, I've busted out one of my field boxes. This is a tackle box, just like the one that Talk Tamiya. He just picked it up. I got this from Bass Pro Shops probably 7-8 years ago. So, God, I think this one's going to fit. It's 28.6, say. 28.7. Oh, that's a contender. You know, my OCD is going to kill me putting 2 different color screws together. Just, I don't know why, it just feels like I half-ass it if I do that. It's like putting, I don't know, like hex hardware along with Phillips. Okay, well, so 28.72. Ah, I'll do it. Okay, close enough. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. Oh, jeez. That's heavy touch. There's it up there. My favorite screwdriver that I will not allow anyone to touch. All right, so you can kind of see what I was talking about deflection. You've got to make sure you get that right. I know that you can't see this, but I am looking down the vents of the engine, motor rather. Right here. I'm just beginning to see the threads poke through the can. I don't know if you can, but that's a damn good fit. Yeah, shaky hands. Snug. Snug. Quarter. Quarter. Eighth turn. Eighth turn, that's it. Not going anywhere. I believe that's torqued down right. Looking pretty square to the case. And that's what happens. You get one of these with a cracked end, and the thing will kick this way or that way. It puts a nasty angle on your gears. Seems pretty good. I mean, gears aren't in great shape. I'm going to have to lower this guy. That will come in time. I don't know where it's going to sit with the other wheels on it. So that's part of the drama. I have just dropped my CHNL battery in. I tell you, it's a good fit. I didn't use any washers or anything like that. I wish I had washers. But previously, I had knocked out this for a battery that had the leads coming in the middle. So, yeah. The way my wire arrangement is I will have to take the battery and flip it upside down. So I won't have that third wire. So I put it in here, and this is the issue I've got. And I don't know if anyone else has it. But that positive pin there, the hole, is trapped underneath there. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Bye, hon. This is what I bought. So, what else did I buy? I bought these as well. Okay, I could accomplish the same thing. I'm going to try to use these. Things right there. What is it? Going for it. Oh wow, there's 2 sets. Look at that. There's 2 sets, guys. I didn't even see that. That's awesome. Okay. Get the sticker out of the way. It's not exactly on there great. So in the field, if I was to do that, it's going to work. It's going to work, only just barely, and I can't properly cover it. But it's just a speed run. It's not every day. So, I mean, I'm going to go with it. All right, so, all right, take the tire off. I'm going to take a look, see what I got. What can I do with this? Okay. I have a lot of faith in that. Toothbrush. I've had this toothbrush forever, and that just went from filthy nasty to... All right, so old toothbrushes. Don't have to be an old toothbrush. You go to the store, dollar store, and get like 6 of them for $1.50. Just have them laying around. All right. Okay, so I pre-installed that. God, are you kidding me? I don't like the way that fits. And that's a little tight. What should I use? Bingo. Team Associated 8.5. 8.5. 6.5. Let's see what works. 8 and 8 and 8. They're all 8. That one's just missing a little piece. Ah, shit. All right, well, and that doesn't fit. A 6. Does that fit? Oh, that fits. God damn. Okay, okay. Still alive. And still get an issue. It's not enough, folks. Not enough. I still have axle showing. It's not even close to enough. Oh, there's a ton of axle showing. Oh, I'm screwed. All right, time to rethink this. So after some off-camera yelling and screaming, I found my adapters from my Tamiya Hornet Speedrunner. And these work. You can get the wheel on there. So unfortunately, it hits the wing. So I'm going to have to chop that off. And I may, you know what, I might just lay it out first. So I'm going to do that. Take the wheel. Let's find a marker. There's a marker. Find the wheel. Try to save the poor boy sticker after all. This is Phil's show. His speedrun challenge. So I'm going to come in and cut that out. Alright, so that'll be my template for cutting out. I think it's roughly the same. It's close. I'm going to remove that. So this is what I'm up to. So what I didn't consider And these wheel adapters are for like a 7mm axle, not a 5mm axle, which is on here. So it's a little bit of trouble, but I don't think it's a lot. Pop that sucker off. Pop this guy off. Toothbrush once again. Got this Harbor Freight toolbox, 15% off coupon. I already mentioned this. They're like usually $20, but I got it for like 17. Not bad. It's taking all the little hand tools and put them away. Pretty good. Oh, before I go any further, this is option 1. And I got it for a crawler. I'm going to speed the video up most likely. Okay, oof, look at this. There's like no wiggle. Working good. All right, so this is where I currently sit. I have now been, I got my tires fitted. They're working really good. I got my 3.5 turn motor in there. I think it's doing all right. It's good. I got my wheelie bar, my Mamba X, my Perfect Pass launch controller, my Perfect Pass speedrun gyro, my Perfect Pass servo, my brand new Futaba receiver. Oh, I got a set of shocks in the front from Team Associated. These are the ready-to-run drift shocks off the DC-10. My Amazon shock towers. And my CH&L battery to finish it off. I got a fair bit of soldering to do. So I'm going to do that and get back to it. I didn't remember. I'm not sure I even have wires for this. So I'm going to have to figure that out. Start pulling wires up on the speed controls if I have to. After I get it all wired up, I got to start binding things and, put this on the computer and make sure I don't have a drag brake. There's a lot to do still. So we'll see. I'm doing some soldering. Well, I'm still at it. Started about 4 hours ago. Still 4th of July. All right, so I don't have my launch controller or my gyro set up yet. Just got through soldering everything. Tinkered with the Mamba. I've never, dealt with a Castle product before. Pretty straightforward. I think the toughest thing was linking this gyro. I totally wiped out my drift car settings, so when I get back to the track, I can figure that out. We got to test it. Fire it up. So I guess that's the right sound. So I got my servo set up. It's a pretty nice one. Check it out. Pretty good. Got my tires mounted correctly. They're not coming off. No. Yeah, they're fine. Let's give it a shot. Let's try reverse. Get past reverse. I don't like the way those dog bones sound. There we go. Oh, alright. Oh, shit, I just tapped it. It wasn't even... Oh my god. It's gonna be fast. So I gotta tell you, it's been a learning experience. It's been a learning experience. Alright, so this is where we're at. We're at a very fast car that I don't know if I'll be able to control. But I read the instructions, which is a good place to start. Okay, so this is what we got right now. So that's with the perfect pass installed, but set all the way to counterclockwise. Now after reading this, I was messing with it and it didn't work and I didn't know what was going on. But now I've learned that you must kill the power, shut anything off, then we may adjust. Then you reinitialize power. And then it will work accordingly. So this ideally is to help me not wheelie all the way down the street and destroy my car or blow the gearbox to pieces. So this is what I was talking about. If this works as intended, this is something we should all get for speed runs. If it works. I mean, if you're somebody that has finger control and you're not a nut, you can get it done. Yeah, whatever. So my next task is to get this guy set up. And this time I'll read the instructions first. Okay, slaving away. I took a break, got something to eat, had another drink. So we're at the gyro. I did read the instructions. It's good on me. So first we disconnect the steering servo. Want to try to make this neat. Okay, I don't see myself needing any more wire than that. Probably a little less. Okay, so that guy's going to go there. So I need two other wires. So this is going to be the control or the gain to the transmitter. So that's the center channel on this guy. And that should go to channel 3. Where channel 3 I will be controlling off this switch. I'm used to doing it off this one. The guys at the track set it up for me and I don't know how they did it. So I'm stuck with this guy. Alright, so that is the telemetry, the S-Bus connection from the Futaba. So I need another one. So this is going to go from the output, steering output from the receiver to the gyro. I'm going to want 100% gain here. I don't even know if that matters. Once I'm hooked up, it probably doesn't. But we'll pretend that it matters. And then this is my servo out. I want to tuck these wires so everything looks nice and neat. No one's ever got dumped on for wire management. Let's see if I can open that from the bottom. I see disaster. So that's not going to work the way I thought it was going to work. Look at that short little wire. Oh yeah. Jesus. Oh, okay. Hey, you know, messing with it, trying to make it work. All right. That looks like it's plugged in. Let's try it out. I am sweating bullets. It's almost 90 in here. Okay. All right, let's put this somewhere. Yeah, it seems like it's working. Let's max it out and see what it does. Maxed out. Nice. And what was it, Junkyard Dog, when he did it, he was like, man, only use 10%. And he was right. Only use 10%. So it's goes up to 120. So I'm going to leave it at 12. Oh, you can't see. Nothing's happening. $50 it is. All right, so that's it. My electronics are in. I need to figure out something about the antenna. And I do need to neaten up the wires. But I'm almost there.